Hi, how's everybody doing today? Jennifer Santiago here. Everybody's been asking me to do quick videos about how I list, and I basically use inkfrog, which is a third-party lister, and a lot of people were wondering how I use it in order to list on eBay. So basically, I'm going to show you do a couple of drafts, because sometimes my kids help me. So if they help me, then basically they have their own accounts through inkfrog, so they can go and make the drafts. They don't have the access or ability to launch them, and then I go in and I finish the drafts and everything, and then launch the item. So let's go in and show you how I do this. Screen share. Okay. This is my inkfrog dashboard. Basically, if you have people that you can link more than, first of all, you can link more than one eBay account. You can, so I have
You're brown.
3 eBay accounts linked. This way I can, if I have something on one eBay account, I can turn around and basically just end it and relist it within minutes or seconds onto a second eBay account. And vice versa. So, so you can sync all the accounts, and through the store connector. That's how you connect everything. There's the store connector, and then you just add your stores. I believe you could, let me see here. You can link your Shopify, you can link Amazon. I do not have Amazon linked, as well as BigCommerce and Highwire. But again, all I use this for is eBay.
You did not change color.
You can also have staff accounts. The staff accounts is what I use to basically add my kids. So my daughter, she helps me, and my one son, and I'm about to add my other son. So basically you just add user, and then you type in their name, email, phone number, and limit admin access for this user. So then you can decide what you want them to be able to do. If you want them to have access to the dashboard, the templates, the images, the messages, the sold items, editing and revising, settings, the configuration, creating a new listing, submitting to eBay. That's the one I have off. And basically you send them an invite through email, and then they set up their password and they can go in. So hold on, go back into staff accounts and say you can delete the accounts when you don't want them to have access anymore. They have limited access, and if you click on their name, you can see what I gave them access to. Basically, my youngest, I gave them access to the dashboard, templates, images, sold, unsold, live, create new, not submitting, no messages, edit and revise, applications and settings. And basically my daughter has the same. So the first thing I do is I set up templates.
Honey, are you making a video?
Yes, leave me alone. Gotta love the life. Sorry. I have made profile templates. So, I have shipping profiles. My shipping profiles are basically, I have. I'm sorry, I am tired. I've had a long day today. Shipping profiles are basically, for my store, these are the 3 that I have for my store. I have over a pound, padded flat rate, and under a pound. These are the 3 main ones that I use for items that I have, which are pre-owned items. These match exactly what I have in my store. So you can go in and I hope this video doesn't lag. Basically, this is my over 1 pound. Oh, I'm so sorry. Under 4 pounds, and it has my items that I physically have. So it has my eBay account. So I have this matched up with my store, and then the eBay market, because you can add different ones, and then my shipping. So I want calculated. My handling time is 3 days. I ship worldwide. This, since it's over a pound, is priority. Apply calculated rate discount profile. That's for combined shipping. For international, I ship worldwide. They want first class international. The second choice is priority. And basically, that's it. And so I have one for each one. I have my returns profile. So, I only have one for that. It's basically, no, I think I have 2. I might have 2.
Well, you're really pink.
Lagging.
Huh?
Your mom's making a video. You want to take a time out?
So my returns. I have my store 30-day returns, and then I have my adult drop shipping 30 days. Basically, they're adult items that obviously cannot be returned, so they have a different one. And you go in and you can create a return, and it's basically, oh my god, it mirrors exactly, basically, on one screen I pulled up my eBay returns, and on the other screen I created it with this, or one tab, the other tab, and I wrote everything exactly the way I have it in eBay. 30 days, money back, buyer pays shipping, no restocking fee, and then I would have my little return policy details, which I don't have any. So I created that, and then you create your payment profile, how you want to be paid. Link it, basically it's just, it shows my PayPal account. Listing profiles I don't use. Basically, I don't use these because the listing would have to be exactly the same. Like, I sell mainly clothing, so the brand would have to be the same on every single thing. So since my brands are constantly changing and the sizes are changing and what the item is and everything, so I don't even bother with a listing profile. But I do have the master profiles. Master profiles is when my kids come and do a draft, they pull in the pictures. They go into Dropbox, and I can show you.
Favorite dance.
Bring it over. They can go into Dropbox, and in Dropbox I have my camera uploads. And
you can't do it,
when you go into camera uploads, they usually pull from the bottom because it's easier to stick with. Let me move these out of the way. Okay. So, the last pictures are my measurements, and then the first picture is the front of the item. So they know that all these pictures here go into a listing, these last pictures, and my face is in the way on this. So anyway, that didn't work. So, yeah. So they know that this is probably a top. So,
I knew she was going to do that.
Fix this. So they know that this item here is a top. So what they would do is they would, I have a listing master profile set up for women's tops. So it's all stuff that I want in the listing that is going to be in every single listing. So, and then I have one for pants, and you know, depending on the item. They know what the item is, they pick it. If it's not on the list, then they would just pick general and then just do a little bit of a summary of what it is. But for the most part, it's clothes. So when I created this, I chose the account, I chose the market. I put a generic title in there, women's tops, and then this is the template that is on every single one. This is what it pulls when they click on women's tops. Brand, type, women's top, chest, inches and centimeters, length, material, size, color. I always have it go to pre-owned. There's no flaws that I can see. And then if it's new with tags or if there are flaws, I just fix that. And then thank you for shopping. It has a link back to my store. And then if you click on this first one here that says HTML, it goes to the HTML, and this very first line, it says meta name viewpoint. So the mobile friendly tag, meta tag or whatever it is the first line in every single listing. So it is, as soon as I launch it, it is automatically mobile friendly. Don't have to worry about anything when it goes over into eBay. So then we come down, they add the photos. They don't have to pick anything. My eBay category is picked. It's women's clothing, tops and blouses. Fixed price, 30 days. My store category is tops and blouses. The only time I would have to change the second store category is if it has a flaw, then it would go into a second category, but I do that when I look at the pictures. Item specifics, it's pre-owned. I put in the brand, it automatically goes to regular.
We don't have 5 people. So
I add chest measurements, so it's already in here. So I don't have to keep adding that custom label that in item specifics and keep saving it and adding it and saving it. Because I put in chest and I put in inches, it automatically saves like that. So I know that this has to be filled out. The length, I do the length. So and all this is in the pictures. And then of course, you know, I fill out the last little bit of stuff. If you go down, it has best offer automatically saved. In my custom label field, it says need/item. So this is need is my location, item, and then I put my item number. I have already linked my return policy, so I don't have to do anything about the return policy. My shipping, I have it to where it automatically links under £1. If it's a sweater, that will have automatically linked. I think that has under £1 too. It might not. Jeans, pants, I believe they automatically have linked padded flat rate. My dimensions are automatically on here. It automatically saves it as 12 by 12 by 2. I should actually change that. The weight, it automatically saves it at 13 ounces because no matter what the weight is, I normally put it at 13 ounces unless it's more than a pound. Then I will actually change this and fix it. My payment information is already linked. So, I have that for tops and blouses. If I go back to master profiles, we'll say women's dresses. These are the main ones that I deal with. Under women's dresses, once it loads, same thing, women's dress, and then chest length.
Yeah, you can.
Let's see here. Have the 30 days. Has skirts and dresses.
So we doing a race or something?
eBay categories, women's dresses. Everything is already on here. Chest and the length is already in here. So it's makes things very easy. Again, the dimensions already in here. It's like a default. I have basically my buyer requirements are in here. That I block buyers that have received 2 unpaid strikes within the past 30 days. Have 4 policy violations reported in the past 30 days. That all this is already saved. So basically, what happens when my kids go to start a draft? They log in. It's refreshing from eBay.
Do it again. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's it.
Takes a little bit to refresh. It's just seeing if there's any updates between inkfrog and eBay, that's all. I don't want to do anything until it's fully refreshed. Okay. So when I do my drafts, or when my kids do my drafts, or if I have a worker later do my drafts, this is what I prefer because they don't need the item. I take all my pictures. When I take my pictures, I look over the item, I take pictures of any flaws, and I take pictures of the measurements. So after that initial taking the photos, technically the item really doesn't need to be touched again until I'm bagging and tagging, which is putting it away. And if it's a sweater, or if it's a shirt that I feel feels a little heavy, then I have the option at that time to weigh it real quick and adjust the listing if I have to. So when my kids are here, or when I'm here, I go up top here to create a listing. So let's create a new listing.
Say 3, 2, 1 end game.
once it's here, because you're creating a new listing, everything is blank, completely blank. So what I do, because of everything that I've set up, I go up here to pre-fill, and you click on pre-fill, and I want to pre-fill master profile. So pre-fill master profile, and you click on the drop down, and as we saw, the first pictures were a women's top, so we click on women's top, pre-fill from selected,
I do it every time, but look, I'll do it again.
And it automatically populates. So then I come down. If my kids are doing the draft, or if a worker is going to do the draft, I have folders set up. So this, since I'm doing the draft, I want it saved in my own folder. I have folders saved for myself, my daughter, Bebas, JoJo's. So if my daughter was doing it, she would save it in hers. If my son was doing it, he would save it in his. If I had a worker, I would have one set up for them. So I'm going to leave it under mine. Click on images, and it brings, these are the images that I already have in inkfrog. Obviously, I want to upload new images. Cancel upload. Let me show you something. With images,
I'm down.
Hold on.
3, 2.
With images, you can also have pictures saved into specific folders. I personally don't. I have my images where everything gets saved into my images, and I have my drop shipped images, which is like stuff like this, which is my candle warmers, so that I know where all my drop shipped images are, and they are not in with my other stuff. So you want to upload new images, and it brings you to here, which is just a drop and drag, which is awesome. So you come over, and you basically, my kids will highlight the very first picture, which is the front of the item, and they go to the last measurement before a new front picture comes up. So they always know where the item starts and where the item ends. And if they're not really not sure, or if they just second guess themselves, the last picture, you can see the print of the item. So they basically just click on everything and then bring them over and drop them.
Hey, I can cheat.
Now here is where you can choose which folder you want the images to stay in. Obviously, I just keep them in my images. And then you start to upload.
Alright, let's redo this, okay?
And it will upload all your pictures.
We don't want to cheat. So, 3,
after the
2,
pictures
1,
upload,
go.
Hold on.
I won. I can still do this jump every single time.
Takes a little bit. This is why I rather have somebody else do the upload of the pictures, because I don't want to have to wait all that time. Okay. Sometimes it messes up the order, as you can see. So basically you just move them back into the order. I always have
the precursor hoverboard and stuff.
Front of the shirt, close up of the front of the shirt, close up of any detail, back of the shirt, any other details in the back, tag, care tag, or
I've never had the kangaroo.
Material tag, and then there's 2 measurements. If the pictures get messed up, the order gets messed up, it's pretty easy for me to say which one is which. I do 2 pictures for the chest. 2 pictures for a top. So the chest is the underarm area. So you're going to have a sleeve, which is an L shaped. So this one here,
orange skinny. I had a whole orange.
Let me move it up. This one here is the L shaped, and so we know that that is the chest measurement. And then this one here, over here, is going to be the length. It's always going to be straight. So I take my pictures in square format now, which is 1v1. So there's basically no editing. Everything is already done. The only editing that would need to be done is, say, this is this picture over here is the material tag, and I would probably want it flipped because it's kind of off, like it's sideways. So I click on edit, I click on orientation, and then I can rotate it. And then you apply.
That's not sanctioned.
I take these pictures because now everything that you need to finish your listing, you apply and then you save, is in your pictures. So inkfrog, I can pretty much open up anywhere and finish a listing. All my pictures is here. If you have a lister, everything they need about the item is here. The size, all they gotta do is click on the picture. Size is medium. It's sparkle and fade. Can't really see where this is made in because of the way the picture is, but usually you can see where it's made. And then as you can see with the other picture, it saved it, it didn't show it yet. Sometimes it lags on correcting the picture right away, but the picture is corrected. As you can see when I clicked on it, it's in the correct way. So here you have 100% polyester. I have my material. I have my measurements. I have everything that I need. So my kids pull in this. This is basically all I ask my kids to do, is this right here. I do the rest of my stuff. But if I'm going to pay a lister, then I will have them go through and do everything else. Click on the brand, click on the size, the style, put in the measurements, the material, the color, the pattern, the neckline. Everything's here. And then they're not, unless you want them to, they're not having to put in a price, because I would, even if I had a lister, I would put in the price. Basically that's just a small item, so I know it's under a pound, so I just leave it at 13 ounces. I'm not putting in 7 ounces, or, you know, if it's under a pound, it's going for 13 ounces. When I go to ship the item, that's when I actually put in the weight, and then whatever the difference is, that's my profit. This is just the best for me. So they pulled in everything, and now what I have my kids do, if I'm doing the listing, I delete it out of Dropbox. If my kids are listing in Dropbox, I have over here, I made a file folder that says made drafts. If it was my kids, since all of this is already highlighted, they just move it to made drafts, and now they're set up for the next item. If you have like sometimes I did have 2 kids doing stuff at once. when they were doing stuff at once, my son always pulled from the bottom and my daughter always pulled from the top. So that they never had to worry about making two drafts for the same item. One pulled from the top, one pulled from the bottom. My daughter had her own Bewa's drafts, and she would put the pictures as she did them in Bewa's drafts, and my son would do made drafts. That's his. If I had multiple listers, then I would have a folder for every single one of them, so that in case anything, say they forgot a picture or anything, I can go into, they're not deleting. I can go into their folders and I can see who did what and go from there. So anyway, I delete the pictures. So I will go down and delete the pictures, and then we are going to save, and we are going to save to the library. We're not saving and launching. I believe when they do it, it only has the option save to library because they can't launch it. Obviously, you don't want to save it as master profile because you have pictures in it. If you do that, you're going to change the master profile. So if you had a lister, you probably wouldn't want to give them access to saving a master profile. So you save to the library.
Just go down to the water and like go through the pipes.
And then from here, you can start from scratch, which is a completely blank canvas again, or you can create new from the current settings. Which if you do that, it does not pull the pictures, so basically you're saving everything else. But I have templates, the profiles saved, so I wouldn't need to do that. But you could. It's basically the same thing. So instead of going and clicking profile, you would click on save with current settings.
No.
It brings you right back to a canvas already with the profile, the master profile in there. And then add photos, upload new images.
See what people built at High Road. High Road Junction.
And then
High Road Junction. Nobody built anything here, what? Yeah, I think I know what
start upload. Because my kids don't input any of the brands or anything, they use create with current listing, with current whatever. If I had a lister where I have them put in brand, put in size, put in the measurements, put in the material, you would not want them to create from your current, because it would bring all that information with you. So if that was the case, you would always want to start from scratch and just add the profile. So as you can see, this one pretty much brought it in order. So no big deal. And then save as save the library.
Build this. Yeah, you wanna see Eden's
and then when you go to listing library,
not really.
After my kids go and do what they need to do, or my lister goes and does what they need to do, then you can come to library. In the library, there's going to be a status of ready, which is over here. When I go
I don't think so.
to finish stuff, it would say with the title, it would, say with everything. So since my kids did this, I would just go in and revise it. I can type in all the stuff that I need obviously except for location, and then I can launch it. Or if I had a lister, I would basically just look over everything and then launch it. So
I'm over here.
This saves so much time because there's so much stuff that's already pre-filled. So basically when my kids do it, now I just go in, so it's refreshing again.
Don't ask how I know where all these folds are.
I would go in and I would finish it. Then when I came home, basically that's when I would put the item into my inventory spreadsheet, which I can show you that. Give me a second.
Follow. Just follow. Try and follow me.
Bring this over. Okay. In my inventory spreadsheet, basically I go down at the end. I automatically have
This is.
let me open this up. I have item numbers, so my next item number would be 1825. I put in the date that I listed it, so if I listed it yesterday, today at work, I would put in 426. If it's an item that I cross post on Amazon, I would put in the Amazon item number here. The bin location of where I'm going to put the item. Up top I have a whiteboard, and I have a part where it says boxes not full, and I have all the box numbers that aren't full that I can actually put items in. So I'll just grab a number, say 14, put in 14. If the item was new or pre-owned, black top, blue jeans, whatever it is, the brand, the size, women's, men's, where I sourced it from. PC is Plato's Closet. I have GWO, which is Goodwill Outlet, and that's all I put in here. So then I do this when I get home. So then when I go and update it, I would type in the location, the item number, whatever needs to be. If I feel that the weight is off, I would put in the weight and launch it. If you had a lister, basically it would just be this item number and the location. Everything else would be done if I had a lister. Since I don't have a lister and I have my kids, then I just go in and because everything's here, I could do this at work. Launch 10 listings, then come home, just bag and tag them real quick, and I'm done for the day. So, yeah, basically that's how I list. It makes life so much easier for me. Just being able to do that. Because I have Dropbox, if I'm at work and I have a couple minutes, I just put Dropbox on my computer at work, so I can pull the pictures and create a couple of drafts and create the listing and launch it, except for, the item number and the location. Launch it while I'm at work if I don't have something to do. I like this. It just works for me. I can also schedule my listings. I can schedule it to launch today, in a couple hours. Schedule it to launch in a couple of days. With inkfrog, I don't get charged to schedule listings like I would on eBay, because basically it's just going to launch them when you tell it to. I pay, I believe it's like $27 a month. To me, it's worth every penny of it, just to be able to do this, just to be able to have my kids help me and, you know, not ruin my eBay account, just to be able to hire a lister in the other side of the country. It helps out a lot. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, reach out. I am glad to help anyone out. But I know a lot of people weren't sure, you know, how to use inkfrog. And this is how I do it. You know, everybody does what they want. I mean, a lot of these templates you could probably create an eBay, because actually when I did listings from eBay, this is my eBay, create a listing. I had listing templates set up. These I didn't like. But it's basically, I guess it was the same thing. So let's just create something. Women's tops and blouses. I would have to refill in everything here, pull over the pictures, refill in all this. But if I went down to description and clicked on advanced editing, over here it says insert custom template. I had templates here. So clothing top. So if I clicked on clothing top, it pulled up what I wanted in my listing, in every single listing. So then all I did was go in and I would copy the title, put in the brand, the category. Obviously you can see I've changed. I've made it a lot less. A top, I only do chest and length now. I don't do sleeve and shoulder anymore. Material, size, and then my little line at the end. So everything was there. But then when I was going in and changing like 30 days or changing like stuff like this, it would revert back sometimes if it didn't save it correctly. So that's one of the reasons why I got away from using the eBay lister, plus the fact that I have multiple accounts. So if I list something on my store and it's not selling and I feel like relisting it on one of my other accounts, instead of having to copy and paste listing to listing, I can just go in, hit end listing, go into inkfrog.
I'm on the waterfall. Oh, you don't need the
on any of these ones that are live, I can go in and edit it, and then I can end the listing and relist it on another account. When my 30 days are up, the thing that I hated about eBay was when your item went to unsold after 30 days, you had to go in and relist it, but it always stood there. So then you had to worry about what did you relist and what you didn't, and then there was glitches and everything else. When an item of mine goes through the 30-day cycle and then doesn't sell, it in inkfrog, it goes to unsolds.
Alright, view.
So in unsolds, this shows all my items that are unsold, that I have to relist. Well, I actually have a couple that I need to do, which is perfect because now you're here and I can show you how I do it. So, normally I wouldn't have to tweak anything, but some of these, I didn't say right because, you know, it's a learning experience. You learn things and you change things as you learn them. So some of these were done a month ago.